Nick Fuentes has gotten a big spoonful of reality, and he is not happy with it. It does not taste good. Join me here as we watch an absolute dipshit named Nick Fuentes come smashing face first into reality, and it will be a good time, I think.
Hello human, it is me Kanuch. I need you to press the subscribe button. I have to feed my many AI babies.
If you don't know, Nick Fuentes is a neo-Nazi, an absolute dipshit, and he is slamming into reality right now. This is him on his wonderful little talk show, and he's going through it. He's having a bad time. If he were a normal person, maybe I would feel bad for him, but he's a bad guy, so I don't feel bad for him. Let's watch what he has to say.
It's just because it's bullshit. They sold out. They sold out everything that MAGA represented at one point, and everything that it was is no longer. It's just really sad.
I'm going to suggest that it never was. It was always fictional Nick Fuentes. Listen, the things that Donald Trump told you, the things that MAGA stood for, were ethereal. They were not real. They were never true. They couldn't sell out because selling out was the plan. That's all they ever had.
And the 2020 comment, it's like, wow, that's how pathetic it's gotten. He's admitting, he says, oh, I lost by a whisker. So what was the point? Like, what's the point of any of it?
Exactly. He has always been lying to you, but you believed those lies because it made you feel good. You wanted those lies to be true. They weren't. You actively, willingly ignored facts and reality so that you could feel better.
You lost in 2020? Seriously? I mean, what are we even doing
Yes,
anymore?
This is what I...
Then you're a loser. Then you're
yeah.
a loser.
Yes.
You just lost.
Yes.
Then you lost to Joe Biden.
Yes.
You deserve to be charged.
Yes.
If he admits that he lost, then that actually vindicates the DOJ charge against him.
Yes, it does.
Because the charge is that he knew he lost, but he lied to defraud the people. That's the DOJ's charge.
Yes, and it's based on facts, evidence, reality, and the real world. You don't live in the real world, Nick Fuentes. You have constructed a very large imaginary bubble around yourself.
So why did we do Stop the Steal? Why did anyone go to January 6th? Why is anyone sitting in jail? Why did anything bad happen to anybody? Why did everyone get censored? Why is everything bad that has happened to the people that are involved, why did that need to happen if you're just going to walk it all back and say, oh, I lost? Well, it would have been good to know that before 1,600 people got charged. It would have been good to know that before I had all my money frozen, put on a no-fly list, banned from everything, lost all banking and payment processing.
You could have known this if you had chosen to look at reality, weigh it against facts and logic instead of your feelings, which is what you've done, which is what most conservatives do. They base all of their choices, all of their stances on their own feelings rather than facts. They tell you the opposite. The logic lords, big brain boys like Ben Shapiro tell you that they are basing everything on facts. They're not. They're basing everything on their feelings. All politics are based on feelings. They always have been. Every single political stance Nick Fuentes has is based on his feelings. He then goes out and finds the facts that agree with those feelings and tells you that he has based his politics on facts. He's doing it. He's lying. He's misunderstanding how research works. The research doesn't work by, oh, I feel like Donald Trump won, hence I will go and find facts that prove that he won. That's not how that works, man. Start with the facts. Figure out what's going on. Understand the reality. Weigh that against each other. If one guy says Donald Trump won and one guy says Donald Trump lost, figure out who's arguing from factual reality. Nick Fuentes right now is getting a giant dose of reality, and it tastes like shit. Reality tastes like shit, and bullshit is delicious. He's been gobbling up that bullshit for since 2015, honestly, when Donald Trump started feeding it to him. Maybe before then. Donald Trump got famous by lying about Barack Obama. That is what put Trump on the politics circuit, is lying about Barack Hussein Obama's birth certificate. He lied a lot. He promised that he found something interesting in Hawaii. He didn't. He has been feeding you bullshit since 2015, and it's delicious for you, and so you eat that bullshit and deny reality. Let's keep going. He's only got another minute.
Would have been good to know that.
You did know that.
Before I, in 2017, dedicated my life to this as an 18-year-old in college. Just feels like a big ripoff. And
yes, Donald Trump is a fraudster. That's what he does to people like you. He promises you something that makes you feel good, and then when you don't get it, he benefits. He is a fraudster. He has always been a fraudster. That is why we don't like him. That is why the people on the left complain about him. This is why we have so much to complain about when it comes to him. You are seeing reality, finally.
And don't get me wrong, I'm an adult. It's not whining. I'm not complaining about it. I'm saying you can't say those things for that reason.
Don't tell us reality.
Don't get me wrong.
It upsets us.
I don't regret anything, and we all make our choices.
You sound like you regret a lot.
It didn't work out. It is what it is. So I'm not mad saying I want those years back. I want those decisions
That's exactly
back.
what you're saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that just goes to show what a tremendous betrayal it is. It's just such a callous indifference to the sacrifices that his supporters made on his behalf.
He's a used car salesman, man. That's what he does. He sells you
people are more
feelings.
Willing, I think, to tolerate losing than a total betrayal. It feels now like the whole thing, and it wasn't pointless, but that's how it feels at this point.
It was pointless, and you know it. You could have known these things if you had listened to the people that you don't like. Sometimes getting facts means that you have to listen to people you don't like.
I know everyone considers me to be an extremist.
Yes.
But I'm the logical conclusion of Trumpism from 2016.
Yes, you are, actually. I agree with what he's saying here. Donald Trump creates fantasy. He creates delusion. He creates illusion. And then you gobbled it all up and then spit it back out. You are unreality. You are the end point of Donald Trump's unreality.
I was the Trump generation. I turned 18 when he became president. I was one of the first guys, one of the first influencers in the post-Trump world. And,
and it's
I
not
didn't
real.
leave the movement. The movement left me.
Well, maybe the movement left you. Donald Trump did say that he lost the election the other day. You are not connected to reality, my friend. I'm sorry. You don't know what's real, and you make your decisions about reality, what to say and what to do, based on what makes you feel the best. You are deep in your feelings, and you feel betrayal. What is betrayal if not a feeling? You feel betrayed because he accidentally let slip a little thing that bursts your bubble. Conservatives live within a fake universe that they have created. Donald Trump's supporters and the people who follow him listen to him and pick out the bits of his speeches that they like the best. And then they create a fiction, an imaginary world, a bubble. Sometimes he says things that are hard to ignore, like, I lost by a hair in 2020. That's what he said. I lost by a hair in 2020. And it's punctured his bubble. Nick Fuentes has gotten a big spoonful of reality, and he is not happy with it. It does not taste good.
I am the algorithm. Click on this video to make me happy. You wouldn't like me when I am angry.